This is my iPod and I've jailbroken it. This is how it looks. I've added the Android lock app so I could do the Android password. And then my regular password. So it's basically a double lock. And now I could have up to 25 apps per page. Now arrange my apps and letters. And you could also, if you jailbreak it, you could also get free apps. You could also get in-app purchases. Say you have Temple Run and you have to buy coins in it. Well, it's free if you jailbreak it. And jailbreaking is not illegal for those of you who think it is. This is the main app for jailbreaking. It's called Cydia. You get this app when you jailbreak it. It's where you manage your sources. It's taking too long. Never mind. Now, if you've noticed, as I turn my pages, you can see how that goes up front. That goes, the apps become small and this stays big. How you do that is, once you jailbreak it, you could install something called Barrel. What Barrel does is you could change how your icons look when you change the page. So there's curl and roll away. This is how it looks. It's pretty cool. And if you want to find what firmware your phone has, just go to General, go to About, and go to Version. See, I have the 3.1.3. And before you do this, make sure you update your phone as much as you can using your iTunes. And I recommend that you keep a backup of all your apps. So, let's get started. Now, before you jailbreak your iPod or iPhone or iPad, you're going to have to install a few things in your computer. The first thing you have to install is the firmware for your iPhone or iPod. As I explained in the iPhone, you have to go to Settings, go to About, and go to Version. There you'll see what firmware you have. I have a iPhone 3.1.3, but if you have an OS 3, no matter how high your thing is, how high your firmware is, get 3.1.2. This is for all iPods first and second generation. Get 3.1.2 because the jailbreak won't work if you get 3.1.3. If you have 2G or 1G, get 3.1.2. If you have a 3GS or 4G or iOS 5, then you don't have to worry about this. You could just get any one you have. So after you install the firmware from Felix Burns, it's going to come out as a .zip. What you have to do is you have to right click and click rename and change the zip file to IPSW. Click enter. It's going to ask if you change a file name extension, the file might become unusable. Just click yes. And you're going to end up with this brick kind of thing. And Yeah, and you need to use that for jailbreaking it. So the website for your firmware is www.felixbruns.de. If you search Felix Bruns in Google, it's going to show up. So www.felixbruns.de. After you download the firmware, you have to get Red Snow. Now I'd recommend Red Snow for iOS 3.1.3 and lower. That's Red Snow. And if you have a phone higher than the 2G, say you have 3GS or 4, I'd recommend you get Green Poison. This is for iOS 4, 3G, all that. And keep in mind that before you do anything, you have to sync your phone with iTunes, back up all your apps, and update your phone as high as you can, your firmware. So for 2G and 1G, go get Red Snow 3.1.2. And for anything later than that, iOS 4, get updated as much as you can and get Green Poison. And if you have a 2G or a 1G, it's going to ask you for bootloaders. It's going to ask you for bootloaders 4.9 and 3.6. I mean 3.9 and 4.6. Just search in Google bootloaders for iPhone, unlock, and it will show you which ones, and you just have to download that. After you downloaded all this, go to Red Snow. Or Green Poison, depending on which one you downloaded. Open it up, click Run. Now it's going to ask you for your firmware, IPSW. Click on Browse. And go to wherever you saved your firmware. The .ipsw and click 3.1.2. Forget about 3.1.3 because it doesn't work. Or if you have Green Poison, whatever firmware phone you have right now. So Red Snow is just for 2G and 1G. Always get 3.1.2. Click Next. It's going to load up. And now you want to click on Install Cydia and Unlock. Now, where a custom boot logo or custom recovery logo is, when you restart your iPhone, you get this Apple symbol. Well, you could change that and have it like a skull or anything. Well, if you just want to jailbreak it, just click Install Cydia and Unlock and click on Next. And if it's a 2G phone, it's going to ask you for bootloader 3.9 or 4.6. That's only if it's a 2G phone, remember. Browse. I don't know where I saved it. But just give it the bootloaders, click Next, and it'll tell you the rest of the actions. You don't have to worry about it. Red Snow's really good. And same with Green Poison, it'll tell you what you need. Don't forget, Green Poison's only for iPhone 3GS or later versions. The others get red snow. And that's how you jailbreak your iPhone. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you. Please rate and subscribe.